Welcome to Make It to Wednesday, the podcast that gets you through the week with laughs, real talk, and all the Gemini energy you didn't know you needed. We are your hosts, Carly and Karla, two best friends born a week apart, but somehow total opposites. Here, we dive into life's big questions, small wins, and messy moments. Think dating, marriage, family, pop culture, and everything in between. Whether you're thriving or just surviving, we're here to remind you you're not alone. So grab your coffee, your wine, or whatever gets you through, and let's make it to Wednesday together. Welcome back to Make It to Wednesday, a hump day podcast. We're your show hosts.
I'm Carla.
And I'm Carly. And we're glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here. We're back.
We're back for episode 19. Oh, we've had so many little snafus.
Yeah, but we're good now.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
roll with it. We're gonna go back to the not old format, but like the one camera.
Yeah, not old format, but
old
technology.
Technology right now, we can't learn new things right now.
And I'm just like, don't feel like it.
Don't feel like it. Yeah.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
right? Mm-hmm. Just saying.
That actually really fits here.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's an expression to add to our list.
I literally say that all the time.
Yeah.
Because on my dating profile it says, ask me what hairstyle works best for you, and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And then there's some men who like when they ask, they're like, what hairstyle? I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Stop. Oh, I love that.
And then some men I'm like, do anything else.
Anything but what you're doing right now.
And then some men don't have an option because they have no hair. So.
Ooh, have you been seeing a lot of men with no hair on dating apps?
Oh, yes.
You know I love a bald man.
Carly, there's so many on the apps.
When I was dating,
serious.
there weren't.
That can't be true.
There was like 1 in 5.
Carly,
and I always swiped right on them.
And maybe like for me, that's just who's swiping right on me. But
yeah,
like, Carly,
bald men love you.
So many bald men. And maybe they're just like wanting to know what hairstyle works best. And then I have to be like,
it is.
It's not that one.
It's not that one. Can you grow it out?
Yeah. What are the other options?
To be fair, though, if it was me, I'd be like, that's the hairstyle. Yeah.
Sure.
Stay bald. Stay bald.
Some people should stay bald.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And some people, if you have other options,
then maybe steer into those.
Maybe pop some hair on the top.
Pop some hair on the top. All right. Happy crappy recap.
Crap. Yeah. You want to go first?
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'd love to go first. I had, if you exclude Thursday, I had a good week.
Okay.
Yeah. If you include Thursday, I would call it kind of I don't want to say shitty. Like there's people that have had shittier weeks.
Sure.
But for me and what I planned for my week, it really took a turn on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And I know I've told you why. But basically I ended up at urgent care.
This is your crappy.
This is my crappy.
Yeah. Okay.
This is not my happy. This is my crappy. I'm gonna start with crappy and just get it out of the way. Right?
Love that.
So I had been having some pain,
mm-hmm.
and I've mentioned this multiple times. But a year ago, I had a cyst. I had it removed. It was on my ovary. It was massive. They also removed my ovary. I've had some pain on the right side where they removed that ovary and that cyst. Kind of thought it was related to that, and that it was just like still healing. But then, and apologies if you're listening and you don't want to hear about someone's health problems, then like tune out.
Yeah, skip give us
forward.
Give us like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Is that enough?
Yeah, it's way enough. Yeah.
We'll timestamp it.
No, I'm not going to do shit. But I started bleeding. And so with the pain and the bleeding at a time that I shouldn't have been bleeding, mm-hmm. I thought, well, maybe it's time to go in. And I texted you, Jason and I talked. It was like, I don't know, 8, 9 in the morning when we finally made the call of like, I'll go in. I just like didn't want to. Because like when you go, especially at urgent care, they don't often like figure it out.
Yeah, they don't have like solutions there.
Yeah, exactly. So I went in. I also only have one kidney. I have one kidney on the side. I'm missing an ovary. So one side I have an ovary, one side I have a kidney.
The other side you don't have either.
I have,
like it's
right side
opposite.
I have a kidney.
It's giving
left
kidney,
side ovary.
Yeah.
Got
it. Okay.
And so that confuses doctors too. I always have to remind them of what's on what side. Mm-hmm. And it confuses me because when I have pain, I can't figure out what it is.
Sure.
And so my biggest thing is thinking, is this kidney problem? Mm-hmm. Is this a kidney problem? Doctor at the urgent care kind of pounds around, like they tap your back, they do all the things. No, yes, okay, it hurts deep inside. They basically said, we think you need to go in for a CT scan. We can't do that here. We recommend going to the ER.
Sure.
Okay, which one? Just give them a heads up. I'm headed there. So we go to the ER. We're like the only ones there in line, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
At the time we got there.
That never happens.
Yeah. But they make you stand. Did you know that? I don't know that I've ever been to the ER. So
I have, and I've never once stood.
Yeah, they're like, stand behind the yellow line. And I was like...
To wait?
Stand?
For what?
Stand. To get checked in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I'm like, can I just pull a chair from the waiting room? Like, I got pain. We only stood for a minute, and then they checked me in. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I have to explain again, like, I have a kidney on the right side. I don't have a kidney on the left side. I had this happen on the right side. It's just confusing.
Sure.
But finally get back, and after a couple hours, I find out I have a kidney stone in my only kidney and a fibroid on my uterus. So I'm experiencing pain not from a blockage, but I'm actually feeling these things internally, which, like, the kidney stone could create a blockage.
Are you saying stone, like, singular because you only have one kidney? Like, because I've only ever heard kidney stones.
They said I had one kidney stone.
Oh, so, like, you can have more than one stone on a kidney.
You can.
Okay,
and they're in your kidney. Like, inside of it, right?
I have no idea.
I think that's how it is.
Again,
inside.
I am not one of the people that says like I'm not.
And they can move around, and then they can break apart. They can also stick together. They can block you. So if I am going to the bathroom and suddenly have a bunch of pain and can't pee, it would mean that the kidney stone has moved into your urethra. Your urethra.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not medical. I don't know all these terms, right?
Yeah.
But, like, I know that I'm feeling pain deep inside my body, and they finally told me what it was. Mm-hmm. So on Monday, I'm going to call a urologist and call my PCP to follow up about getting an ultrasound for the fibroid. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. But I'm not crazy. I'm in pain for a reason. I'm glad I have answers.
Was there a part of you that thought you were crazy and, like, you were just, like, imagining this pain?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Because right after I had the cyst removed and the right ovary, I was experiencing pain, and I talked at my follow-up with my OB about it, and she said I might have to go in for, like, essentially pelvic floor exercises. Sure. And I was like, I just don't know that that's it. I think my body at that point was, like, still healing and all of that. I'm not saying she was wrong. I think doctors give you ideas of what it could be, and you can try those things based on my insurance coverage. I wasn't going to try that thing.
Have you? You're not really on TikTok. There's this lady on TikTok who does, like, pelvic floor exercises.
Yeah.
And, like, she just, like, has you do them with her.
Oh, that's cool.
She's just like in and hold and let go. And every time I see it, I do it.
Really?
For no real reason, but, like.
But I mean, you can do that in the car. You can do that on the go. Like,
yeah.
I don't need to go in somewhere to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never did those. But to finally know, like, I am not crazy and there is a reason behind the pain that I've been feeling, that was really nice. But I'm just, like, so fucking sick of it, you know? Yeah. I'm sick of feeling like every couple months, every year, whatever, I'm having some kind of problem with female organs.
Yeah.
Obviously the kidney, everybody has at least one, if not two. If you don't have those, you're on dialysis. And
yeah.
But yeah, I was mostly worried that my kidney was not functioning. They did confirm that it is functioning at 100%.
We absolutely love to see it. Absolutely love to see it.
My right kidney's been doing me
well.
Good
job, kid.
Doing me good, yeah. I don't really know where to pat it because it's really closer towards my back.
That seemed right to me, so I don't really know. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my crappy. It just felt like a waste of time. I'm concerned when the bills come through.
Yeah.
But I've been told by others from Jason's work that our secondary insurance will pick up if you're at urgent care ER better than if you go to, like, a PCP or something.
Oh, okay.
Our secondary insurance hasn't covered shit for, like, a year and a half. So I don't even know why
we have it. Do you pay for it?
No.
Oh, okay.
We don't. But, like, why do they have a secondary if it doesn't cover anything?
Good question.
So that was my crappy. It just made me feel like a piece of shit human that I couldn't be more present for myself when you're in pain, you can't be present, right?
Yeah.
And that day, like, I wanted to work that day.
Yeah.
Couldn't work that day. The next day I was kind of depressed. I was in a big funk. Like, I canceled our plans Thursday night. Friday I cried a little. Like, I just felt like and then I think my period started a week early.
Sure.
So, like, I was bleeding and then suddenly it turned into, like, I'm really bleeding. So
crazy.
It was a lot. Knock, knock.
I can't. Actually, now's a good time.
Now's a good time. So I don't know if you're out there experiencing medical issues. Don't be like me and keep ignoring them forever, do go in and know that I feel for you when you get that medical bill.
Trust.
You get one body, you know?
Yeah, take care of it.
Take care of it. And I didn't know if I wanted to like mention this, but I think it's so important to mention. We were talking about my dad, and he passed away, was it 7 years ago? Is it coming up on 7 years? Holy fuck, I think it's 7 years, Car.
Okay. Wow.
So he passed away in May 7 years ago, and I don't like to keep track of the years.
Oh,
and
really?
my mom and sister are very good with it.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter if it's been 20 years, if it's been 1 year, if it's been 5
just
years.
as much, yeah.
I still lost my best friend in the world. And my dad, around May, it was April, May of the year he passed, he was experiencing some medical things. But he was taking care of it. He was going to the doctor. He was doing all the right things. And we had a Mother's Day breakfast over here at my house. And he's like, I got some news from the doctor. This is what it is. Don't worry. It's not a death sentence. I'm going to be around for a long time. I have grandkids I need to see grow up. And like, I just remember that conversation so well. And he was doing all the things. And then a couple weeks later, he has a massive sudden heart attack and dies.
Can you predict a heart, is that a thing? Can you predict a heart attack?
No, I mean, I think there's indicators that you're prone, right? Sure. But there are people that have had a heart attack out of nowhere that are like healthy, right?
Kids in my high school, like a kid in my high school had a heart
attack.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true. That's so scary.
Like for my dad, the pain he was having the morning he had the heart attack didn't seem like those symptoms didn't seem like they were indicating heart attack. Yeah. Like he and my mom called my aunt, who's an RN, and I mean, she's basically a step under a doctor. Yeah. But she said, Mark, it doesn't sound like it, but I would still say go into the hospital. And he waited a while, and they did go in, and he died on the way there. But yeah, so I'm telling Carla how stubborn I am, and she's like, we were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, my dad was like that too. And so here I am trying to do all the things to take care of myself. But in the back of my head, in 3 weeks, it's the anniversary of his death. He was experiencing issues around this time.
This is making me so sick. I'm so
nervous. It makes me sick. Yeah. It makes me really sick. And I just want to be here for the kids, and I want to make sure that nothing's wrong. And just finding out that my kidney is functioning at 100%, like that was what I needed to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that was both my crappy and a little bit happy, right? Figuring out that like
it's not what we thought.
I'm not going into kidney failure.
Yeah. That reminds me. I bought you something.
You bought me something? Oh, you brought me something. Can you say what it is?
Yeah, I have it in my purse. Can I show you?
It? Sure.
You're going to be like, what the
I can't wait. Carla brought me something. Not bought, so it could be used. I don't know.
It's not used.
I love used things, but...
That's fair.
Yeah.
My dad retired last year.
Yes.
And part of his...
I can't wait.
It's going to be so random. Part of his retirement thing, like he had a flex dollars he needed to expend.
Yeah.
And so all of his children got together and we all
spent his flex.
Yeah. Went on Amazon and just put a big cart together.
Of course.
And so one of the things that I got was this migraine relief hat.
Can you please show the camera what it says? It literally just says migraine relief hat. So I also have migraines, chronic, and I had one yesterday.
Oh, awful. See? Don't you wish you would have had this?
I wish. Well,
it's very
what does
heavy.
It look like?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
It says easy to use. What are the two other? Easy to use, reusable.
See?
Does it say compostable?
Comfortable.
I can't really read it from over here.
It's really heavy, actually.
Have you opened it yet?
No.
I can't wait. Okay. Is there a picture anywhere about this?
Wait, it's so funny.
Is it one of those things you put in the freezer, you cool it down, and then you wear it?
I think you can do either in the freezer. It's heat or cold therapy. So either...
Oh, that's nice.
Put it at be sure that's at room temperature, microwave, or put it in the freezer for at least 2 hours.
You got this for me?
Okay.
Can I feel
Technically, I got it for me, but then...
Oh, did you?
But
then you were like, hey. Oh, my God, that's...
Isn't that so funny?
It's like an
actual hat. Imagine seeing someone put it on.
No,
you have to.
No.
For the podcast.
I will take a picture after and we can insert it here. If you want to see me in my new migraine relief hat, I will take a photo and we'll post it on Instagram.
Okay.
How's that?
We're holding you to that.
I will post a photo of me in my migraine relief
hat.
On
the podcast Instagram.
On the podcast Instagram. 100%. Yep. I can't wait, truly. So if you want a migraine relief hat and you've been wondering if it works, give me the next month. I'll have a few trials of it and we'll find out.
Do both hot and cold therapy.
I will.
You know what I mean?
I can't imagine I would love... I don't love really cold and I don't love really hot.
Neither one seems really encouraging for me, but...
No.
But
we're going to try it.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll try it. Next girls' night, when I have a migraine, I'll be like, listen.
Yeah, then we'll put the hat on while we do shots.
Wear the hat. I'm just going to look like some kind of weird doomsday prepper with a
tinfoil hat. 100%.
Maybe I'll add some tinfoil on. Jesus. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Papa Smith.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. We appreciate your flax dollars. I also got compression socks.
Did you? What are compression socks good for?
I don't know.
I mean, I know people have them.
I didn't necessarily need them.
Yeah, but his flex dollars covered it. Yeah, so
why not?
And they covered things on Amazon.
Yeah, there's like a wellness, like a HSA section. Yeah, I got a thermometer. I got
what else?
Got some compression socks. I got the migraine hat. I got hella pain relief, Excedrin and
like
shit.
meds.
Yeah. I got things for a menstrual cycle.
Yep. Things for a menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate?
I got pads. And
all
tampons.
that. I didn't know if it was tampons.
And then I got adult underwear.
Okay.
That you can that senior citizens wear. I'll just say that.
It's great.
Adult diapers.
Yep.
Why not?
Because every now and again you just need to let it bleed.
Imagine. Just kidding.
Actually, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is important. We watched this. The gal who hikes. She's the blonde with dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daisy? No, Daisy's the other blonde. Anyways, there's a girl who's hiking the AT, and Jason was telling me that on her last video she made, where was I going with this? She started her period. Oh, that's what it was. She got up in the morning, was all packed up, ready to start her trek that day, starts her period, and she's like, I can't feel her hands were it was cold that night, so her hands were numb, and she's like, I'm not digging around in my bag for my cup and trying to insert it when I can't even feel my hands. She's like, I'm just gonna free bleed while I walk. So she did.
What?
Yep. Until she could feel her hands and put it in later.
That probably felt so uncomfortable.
Or relieving. I don't know.
Both.
Okay.
I don't know.
Both and.
It's a lot of things, a lot of walking
when you don't know what's.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think
if you have layers on, it doesn't really matter.
Right. And I think she wears maybe a black pair of spandex shorts.
Sure.
Something that you can rinse out in the water later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I want to watch that episode because
now you're curious.
Now I'm curious. How much of I don't give a shit can you actually have out there and still hike?
I think if there's any place to not give a shit, it's in the woods.
Oh, it's absolutely in the woods.
Who gives a fuck? No one's watching. No one cares.
No one cares.
Literally, we're just trying to survive out here.
Yep. Sorry, I totally interrupted what you're buying on Amazon.
So you're good. Go ahead. Continue. Now you're happy.
Don't know. Oh, my happy. Speaking of backpacking.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Jason and I decided to do our first hike of the season, our first backpacking trek with the kids and the dog yesterday.
Yeah.
The kids they've hiked with us. We've hiked 6 or 7 miles in the UP. We go on walks, we're outdoorsy, whatever. But for them to actually carry their own bags, their own sleeping stuff, their own water, their own shelter, all the things. Their bags were they started at 7 point something pounds, but then you add water and a couple items of clothes. They were probably at 8.5, 9 pounds. The rule of thumb is that kids around 7 to 10, you can give them 10% of their body weight.
Okay.
Once they're 10 and up, you can start doing 20%. Yeah. And then we also decided, fuck it, let's take the dog too. Because 2 kids who haven't gone backpacking is just the same as 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And he's an outdoor dog too.
He is. He loves outside. He has his own little backpack that we bought when we first got him.
So cute. Yeah. I remember
because he would slip leashes and he'd slip regular collars. So we had to get him harnesses. So we had got him a harness that has little packs on the side. It's not the best one. If he ever goes with us, we'll probably have to get a better one. It gets really lopsided and
okay.
It's whatever. Well, he was walking and it was crooked.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh
but he didn't care.
Such a goof.
He's so goofy. So Odin is our big black lab. He's 78 pounds, something like that. I just had to enter it from the vet too. He's in his 72 pounds. Yeah, he's a big boy. And then we have the 8 and 9-year-old as well. So was it fun? My answer would not be immediately yes. It would be more, it was a good time as a family. It was educational. There were highs and lows.
Okay.
I think I told you this. My youngest had to poop in the woods twice. So when you go backpacking, if you're not somebody who backpacks, we're really into it. And you have to dig like a cat hole, essentially. So you have to take a trowel. You have to go at least X amount away from a waterway. I think it's like 200 feet, go off the trail, dig a cat hole at least 6 inches down.
Is there a reason it's called a cat hole?
That's just what it's called. Okay. I think because cats dig when they poop.
And no, I didn't know that. But
they do.
Sure.
Yeah, they do, which is kind of nice. But yeah, so we had to teach them how to dig a hole and to poop in a hole and then to bury it. For them, for a lot of hikers, they will just, everybody's different. Some want to bring toilet paper, some bring a bidet, some bring wipes, some bring all these things. We just brought like a roll of toilet paper that we had condensed down in a bag that was tall so we could pull it out like a roll of toilet paper. Super convenient.
Yeah.
One of them had to go to the bathroom on the way there.
On the way,
like out to where we were back, like camping at. So like we were only a mile in. I'm like, we had porta potties like back there. Whatever, we'll stop, we'll teach you. But then after we got to camp, both of them had to go at the same time. So Jason had the dog, and I had to take 2 little boys into the deep woods, dig 2 cat holes with them, and try to get them both to poop in these holes. Carla?
This sounds like my actual nightmare.
It was frustrating in the moment, but now I'm like, what else were we doing? Like,
sure,
we have nothing else but time out here. And then today my youngest says, I really liked pooping in the woods. What? Why?
Yeah.
What made it fun for you? Because it looked really difficult, first of all, and it's hard to squat over a hole and aim.
What happens if you miss? Just kind of like,
you kind of like grab a stick and push it in.
Yuck.
I guess. I mean, I haven't missed yet.
She's hitting the hole every time.
Also, like, the only other time we went out, I was constipated for like 4 days.
I was just going to ask, did you poop this time?
No.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to, right? Because
I pooped right before we went, so it was like, whatever. And when we got home. But, I couldn't go to the bathroom like for 4 days the last time we went.
I forgot about that, yeah.
And then on the 5th day, it was like, I have to go. Jason thought I was trying actively not to go.
Me.
And I'm like, no, I'm one of those people that can't poop when I travel. Like,
Ever?
It just happened. Oh, my body just like doesn't make it. I don't know. I know.
Crazy.
So anyway, sorry to go down a road about poop. It was just like with kids, like especially boys, you talk about pooping and farting and all these things all the time. But Jason, we had 2 tents. We stayed in an area that does dispersed camping, but a lot of areas, especially if you're not in Michigan, like in Colorado, dispersed camping is a little bit more, you can see the sites. Like you walk and you're like, oh, there's a site someone stayed before. I can stay there. It's already kind of cleared out for you. Here in Michigan, especially on the North Country Trail, it's like very rustic, which we thought would be great for the kids, but we're in the thick of the woods and we had to find a big enough spot to put 2 tents, clear that, put the 2 tents there, and we knew we were in the right spot. Like it says dispersed on the map. It was open, all those things. You always have to check that first. But Jason stayed in the 2-person tent with the dog, and the kids and I were in our 3-person tent, which like, it's not really a 2 and 3 person. Like they're tight, they're small. And so we slept. I was on one side, youngest on the other, oldest in the middle. We just, I don't know, it was kind of fun. Once we were in the tent and had already eaten and done all the things and we got in the tent, it was just chill. I let him play Uno on my phone for a little bit. We chit-chatted. Elliot didn't like his pillow. We traded pillows. We tried each other's sleeping pads. They got to use their sleeping, like their quilts for the first time, which are these really cool puffy kids quilts. So I didn't know if our oldest would actually fit.
Yeah.
And he was able to get his head like under it. And at one point, Elliot woke me up and he said, Mom, I have to go pee. So we get up. It's like maybe 6 a.m.
Would you let him go by himself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But he was in the middle, and like his shoes were on the other side, and so was his brother. So I'm like, I'll get out. I'm going to go pee too. I'll grab my shoes. I'll go get yours and bring them around.
Sorry, you had 2 tents.
Yeah.
And who slept in which tent?
Jason and the dog slept in the 2-person.
Me. Dibs.
Yeah. Well, we actually thought his night would be worse than mine.
Why?
Because the dog, being so excited, hearing all these noises, there was this bird, Carla. It would not shut up. As soon as we got in the tents, didn't hear it all night. We get in the tents, we lay down, we're finally like, oh, we're going to go to sleep. Oh my God, it sounded like a tropical bird. And there were multiple of them because it started out way over here and then it was suddenly like next to us. And I was like, oh my God, I can't sleep with this. And it went all night long. When we woke up at 6 a.m., it was still going. Maybe that was 3 a.m. We woke a few times. But when we came back after Elliot and I went pee and we came back in the tent, Finley had his sleeping bag all the way up over his head.
Me.
Face down, didn't even have his pillow, face down on the pad and was snoring. And he didn't wake up. We got in there, we were loud, we were chit-chatting, and he didn't wake. So he slept really well.
Okay. He's just an outdoorsy guy, I guess.
He sleeps hard, especially when there's like fresh air involved. And we woke up and we had a nice morning. It just, again, it was hard with a dog too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was good. Sorry, I elaborated on a lot of that.
No, you're fine.
But we love doing that stuff, and we're going to go with the kids again in a couple weeks. We're not taking the dog for that one.
Oh. No. Am I dog sitting?
Yes.
Okay.
You already knew it, though, I think.
Is this Memorial Day? Or the weekend after?
Weekend after.
Got it. Yeah. I am not doing shit, so.
Thank you.
Of course.
We can also take him to the kennel if we need to, but
I'm happy to do it.
He was a good boy overall. He walks fine. Like, it's just when we got to camp, he didn't know what to do.
Sure.
Like, we brought his ball. We tied him, like, we had a rope that we tied him out so he could just chill. And we kept telling him, like, okay, sit down. Here's your ball. We got him his water. We got him his food, all the things. But he just was kind of anxious. But after that, as soon as he had a purpose, he's a dog who needs like, what's my purpose? What am I doing right now? Am I relaxing? Am I walking? Am I outside? Am I inside? But yeah, that was great. And the walk back was awesome. Finley didn't complain on the walk back, which was nice. The walk out was hard.
Where did you park?
We parked at the dam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's like a parking spot area for like people who are hiking the NCT.
Yeah.
And starting there, it's the Croton Dam to 40th Street, I think. We did not hike that whole thing. It's like 10 miles.
Oh, Jesus.
Without kids, we could have, but like with kids, we only went a couple miles. So, yeah.
Sounds so fun.
That was my happy, though.
Okay.
Not because it was like, not because it was overall like super great the entire time for me. It was a great way to spend time with the boys and to get them out doing something new.
Yeah,
that
of
we
course.
love.
Okay.
And off screens and
Yeah.
yeah. They asked me again, they're like, can we do the 1,000 hours outside?
Oh.
And which is our goal, but I said, I just don't want to be the one tracking it all.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how do you even track that?
Yeah, my friend has an app.
Yeah, that's right.
The app isn't free anymore. I'm not paying for it.
Do you want my free trial?
You have a free trial?
I imagine, like, anytime you try something the first time, you get, like, a free trial. I definitely have never tried it.
I had never tried it, and I didn't either. It's not free anymore. They make you pay for it.
I'm sure you could find, like, a version of it, though.
I was just thinking about logging it in a book.
Okay.
Making them write it, you know.
Oh,
like,
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess still.
But I told him, like, let's just do 500 hours,
Yeah.
May, June, July, August. A 4-month, 500 hours outside.
Okay. That's doable.
Right? That's what I thought. So that was my happy. Sorry, I just like took up so
fine.
much time explaining my crappy and happy.
All good.
But it was a good week.
Love.
Yeah. I'm sure there were
Overall,
1,000
a good
other
week.
things. Yeah.
That's all that matters.
And Finley's soccer game was awesome on Saturday.
Oh, cute.
He runs hard. He is a soccer player through and through.
We'd love to see it.
Oh my gosh, Car. Like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, he has short legs, but you wouldn't know it. When he runs, he runs.
How did that girl do? Her name
Which
is
one?
Claire. She's cute. Like the cute little girl.
Could have been Claire. There's a couple. There's 3 girls on the team.
There are?
Yes. There wasn't one. One of them
girl
wasn't there last
yeah.
week.
I know Claire and Aspen.
Yep.
I don't know why I know their names also.
They're cute names.
Yeah, they are.
There was another gal, don't know her name, but she took a fall and she started crying. I felt so bad for her. And
Really, that's just like a part of sports.
I know, but she's like a first grader. She was teeny tiny. My ex-husband
that's why I can't-
coaches
yeah.
and he was like, I think I got an ice pack, and he made sure she was good, and her mom came out, but she was fine.
Okay.
I mean, it was a hard fall. She fell like on her head.
Did she bleed?
No, like she hurt her neck, which is like worse.
Okay. I don't know. I just feel like she's probably being dramatic about it. But
oh my God, this first grader is being dramatic. No, not our sign. We're super fancy and we have our sign like leaning, right? Because listen, we're still going to paint. We're still going to do things.
Yeah.
It's just like
whenever we get to it.
I had shit going on this week.
She was in the hospital.
Well, I mean, I was, but I like wasn't.
You were in the hospital.
Yeah, I was. What about you? You had so much shit going on this week.
Yeah, I had a busy week.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, good week though. Overall, pretty good week. My happy crappy. I don't know. I'm trying to think what my crappy would be. I guess like my neighbor's children have been waking me up every morning.
What time do they wake you up?
I mean, to be fair,
you're already up by the time.
Not
you hear
today.
them.
I mean, I tried to sleep in yesterday and today, and I literally
you can't.
Couldn't. I mean, I did what I had to do. I put some headphones on and knocked the fuck back out. But they've been waking me up. I don't even know that they sleep there, if I'm being honest. They just like so I have cameras in the front in the backyard. Yeah. And I see the kids coming up the front. Okay. And then they just instantly, as soon as they hit the upstairs, they start running back and forth. Every single time.
Wait, so they show up in the morning?
I think. Not every morning though. Yeah. I don't know.
They might stay over at like grandma's house or something.
But I don't know that grandma doesn't live there as well.
Okay.
I have no idea
there's multiple
who
people
lives there.
that live in the unit now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy
And I don't know who. It is what it is.
What about that car that didn't have...
it's still there.
So there's a car with a flat tire, right?
2 flat tires.
2 flat tires.
Yep, the entire driver's side, both tires are flat. And she's been like sitting there since it came 4 weeks ago.
Now, is that next to where you park or behind that spot?
It's next to where I park. So so she'll have...
Pulled up closest to the house.
Yes.
Okay.
And then...
What an inconvenient place for it to be.
Put it on the street.
Put it on the street. They might ticket it though, right?
Why? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But she like parks in front of the house, like where there's no actual parking. So like, what? I don't know.
In that one spot that it's like...
Yeah, it's literally...
Like that front spot, right?
Yeah. Like there's a sign that says no parking.
Yeah.
Okay. But
well,
it's
kind
not
of it curbs. I'm saying she's in the wrong.
She's for sure in the wrong.
100%.
And she has gotten ticketed for it once. She continues to do it. Yeah, it's really crazy.
What an idiot.
And like, go to the, like, there's enough room in the back.
Mean, but like, that's
dumb. That's really dumb. You're like wasting money. Maybe she just doesn't pay her parking tickets.
I was going to say that might
But like,
be.
she like won't, and there's like the car with the broken, like the 2 flat tires.
Yeah.
And then there's like a black car that I think maybe who is her boyfriend.
The guy that comes and goes.
Yeah, who like was sleeping in his car that one time.
Yes.
When I like tried to take the trash out. And his car will park. It'll pull it up behind the white truck that has the 2
flat tires.
And then she'll park her car behind that car and like block the driveway.
There's like no room.
No, there's not any room. I don't know why your friend can't park in the street. Like,
I don't know why your landlord also doesn't police that. Like,
how would he? He has no idea.
But I mean, I feel like most landlords who have houses say like you get 2 parking spots, right? Like,
sure,
your unit comes with
it should be
parking
obvious
spot.
Yeah,
it should be obvious.
Yeah,
but I think in the contract in the future, like someday when you move out, and I know that you're not this person, but someday when you move out, I think you should tell them like, hey, this was such a problem for me. I would encourage you in the future to just like tell people how many spaces they get.
Sure. And I could do that now. I just like, I don't know. I
know you don't want drama because you're last.
Yeah. I just like don't want to be I don't want to be the one who complained about every person who lives above me.
But it's not a you thing. None of this has been a you thing.
I understand.
And that's the
shitty
him,
part. He doesn't know that though. Like it could just be me being like picky about things.
For 2 years, you never said shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know.
And also like, I wouldn't call you being picky when you've had water raining down on you from the upstairs.
Well, I think if you were to drive by right now and see what the situation looks like in the backyard,
he would know.
He would be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
but not even just because of the car, but like she hasn't taken her trash out in.
Are you kidding me?
Or she hasn't taken it to the curb in probably 3 weeks.
What does she do with it?
So now, since her bin is full and knocked over and there's trash all over the backyard, she brings her trash bags down and just like places them by the front door or her back door. So there's just like 2 bags of trash there. There's like cats going in and out and raccoons going in and out of it all night long. I don't know. There's also like a random ass gallon of milk back there. Yeah.
Carla.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not my trash. I'm not picking up other people's trash. Sorry.
So out of all of this, your crappy is that the kids wake you up.
Yeah, I value my sleep. Because
because
at the end of the day, the trash doesn't really like. I only go back there to move my car and to like let Simon out.
And you can also let things go if you've gotten enough rest.
Yeah.
Right? And so you feel like you can tolerate and be okay.
And I've been busy, so like I'm so tired that like I wanted to sleep in so bad.
Yep.
And I wasn't able to. But it's okay. It's okay. I imagine it'll get better. I don't know.
Well, it can't get worse, but that's what we said about Kiki.
Yeah,
so.
and it got worse. Mm-hmm. It got worse.
It got way worse.
But yeah, so that was my crappy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of which happy I want to go with. Oh, I have something else for you.
Oh, I can't wait.
On Wednesday, I went to the Rise volleyball game.
Yes.
Did you know this?
Nope.
Okay. With a bunch of people I used to work with. So some
that
old
we
friends.
used to work with, or
one that we
okay.
used to work with, and then others that
joined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got our first piece of fan mail.
Oh, really?
I brought it.
I want to hear it. Yeah. We got our first piece of fan mail.
We sure did.
Like mail?
Mail.
We got mail?
We got mail.
Have you opened it?
Delivered to me.
Did you open it?
I did.
You know what's in it. Okay. Can you hold my mic?
Yeah. So I didn't know what this was when we first got it. But
Is this Miguel?
So Miguel, and he got us he wrote a note too. I was like, we're gonna put this as a part of our set. So he
Miguel, I want to meet you so bad.
He took this picture. I posted this picture this week.
This picture,
literally
was this
the
week.
day he gave me this. When I posted this picture. It's so funny. And see, for those who like can't really see it, or the audio listeners, my friend Miguel, he listens to the podcast regularly, and he printed out and read the note.
I will read it. I want to read it. I just want to hear you. Yeah.
He took a picture from our Instagram, which if you're not following us on Instagram, go to follow our podcast page. I
love this picture so much.
Funny. And he like photoshopped himself in it.
Like it's a fucking hysterical picture.
So funny. I'll post this on the Instagram as well because I think it's hilarious.
This is the best thing ever.
I know, isn't he so funny? He's
oh my god,
great.
I want to meet him so bad.
For sure.
Steph even said that.
Yeah,
she's like, he wants to meet
you. Will love him.
And was this candy from him too?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Miguel, I don't know if you know this. I saw Three Musketeers in here. This is my favorite candy bar.
Yeah.
Like through and through. I used to take this like. If my dad and I were going fishing and he's like, I'm going to get you candy bar, Three Musketeers.
Which
like,
is, to
always.
me, I've never known it, but you were the first person I've ever met who likes that candy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so,
I saw the M&Ms and I was excited about that.
And he wrote a letter and it's safe for me to read.
I believe so.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, if I start reading it and it's not safe, we'll just cut it out.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Dear Carly and Karla, and he put me first.
It's alphabetical.
He doesn't even know me. That's so sweet. I just wanted to say a big thank you for your podcast. It has genuinely brightened up my week. Before your show, Wednesdays were just another midweek slump. But now, it's giving mini holiday vibes, like a baby weekend in the middle of the chaos. I still have to go to work the next day, sure, but spiritually, I'm brunching. I'm obsessed.
So funny.
Since the pod launched, I've gotten to know Karla even more, and it feels like I'm casually walking by the front desk while she's giving me the scoop on her week. And Carly, it's been so great to finally put a face to the name I've heard so many whispers about. Your contagious laugh is absolutely iconic. Instant serotonin. Sending you both all the good vibes and 5-star reviews. I hope to be just as cool as you two when I get old. Let's go day drinking soon, yeah? XOXO, your second biggest fan, Miguel. That is
Isn't
awesome.
that so sweet?
That is so, like...
I'm so obsessed with him. I'm
I
so
love
obsessed
this.
with him.
I'm on my period. I'm going to cry. I'm an emotional bitch. That is like...
Thank you so much, Miguel.
Thank
It literally
you.
made my day. I was ready to cry when I saw
I need
that.
this picture to stay here.
It will.
Like,
It's got to be part of the set now.
It's got to be part of the set now. And that candy we're going to eat. This is
yes.
so phenomenal.
It's so great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was part of my happy.
That is like the most thoughtful thing.
Yeah.
And he just brought that was like, hey.
I didn't have any of that. It was so sweet. So sweet.
That is the kindest thing.
He's so funny.
I just feel so fortunate to have people that like enjoy us as people so much and like supporting us. And I love interacting with people and I can't wait to meet Miguel. So.
I adore him. You'll love him. You will love him.
I'll bring my laugh. He'll agree with my husband that it's absolutely obnoxious. But and actually Jason never called it obnoxious. What did he call it?
I don't.
I think he just said hold the mic away when you
Sure,
laugh.
he just said.
Yeah.
pull one of these.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for the fan mail.
Thank you.
That's now my new happy as well. I just love this picture.
It's so funny.
I feel like he's actually there.
I know. He did such a good job.
Did such a good job.
So good. So good.
I love that picture. Oh, thank you.
So yeah.
How was the game?
The game was good. It was fun. It was like I don't know how fucking volleyball works, but
yeah,
it was like best of 5 game, 5 sets.
Okay.
They ended up losing. They were up 2-0, and then my friend Colin was like, "Man, I'm not ready for this to end. I hope they like lose this next one so that the game will keep going."
Yeah.
And they lost the next set. They lost set 3.
Oh.
And then they lost 4 and 5 as well. So it's really Colin's fault, if I'm being honest.
Colin, you made him lose.
Like yikes.
Maybe don't go to the next game. Sit the next one out.
Okay. Next one was
bad
like
vibes.
2 days later.
Oh,
so,
was it?
yeah.
I don't know how volleyball works either. So.
Literally same. But it was so fun. You should go. And
yeah.
The tickets, I mean, these were free, so like, thank you. But
yeah,
they're not cheap. And they're not expensive.
Oh,
so like,
okay.
Take the boys.
My friend Courtney was going to take her kiddo and one of mine for his birthday.
Yeah.
And then there was just a lot going on and sick and all that. But I truly, when she said the rise, I just wasn't thinking like volleyball. I was like, oh, cool, we're going to like a basketball game later. And then I'm like, oh, Grand Rapids has a volleyball team.
Yeah. Nobody really knew that until
now. Are they good? Is that why?
I guess.
Have they always had volleyball?
No, I think it's like within the last couple of years. Maybe this might be
sense.
the first year. I don't know.
That would make a lot more sense.
But,
good for Grand Rapids.
Good for Grand Rapids. Doing big things on the come up for real. Love to see it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I gotta figure out what other sports teams they have. Like what?
There's
local? Basketball.
Yeah. There's obviously the Whitecaps.
Yeah.
Baseball, hockey. They're getting a soccer team because they're building that soccer stadium.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Jason and I were wondering.
Not the one by the gym, but they haven't broken ground on it yet. So what you're thinking of?
What do I see when I'm on 131 by the S curve?
That is the amphitheater.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really close to my house. So.
Is it?
I don't know that I'll be able to hear anything, but I like to imagine.
I don't go anywhere anymore. So when I do and I see new construction, I'm like, oh, when did that happen? And then I find it's been years.
This is not. This is new. This is very new. Yeah.
Okay.
They started it like maybe
recent.
Yeah, within the last year.
Well, quickest construction I've ever seen.
It could be. It looks like it's almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
it looks
really
great
quick. Yeah.
From the S curve.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm going to ruin parking that is already miserable at the gym. But
of course.
That's okay.
You're going to have to walk again now.
Okay.
All the time.
Sure. Not in the winter, but...
I mean, I know that's the shittiest part. Like,
yeah. I mean, I walk to the gym now anyway because it's warmer out.
Yeah, Michigan summers are beautiful to walk, but you tell me to do that in the winter and...
It's not happening.
No.
I just won't go to the gym before I walk to the gym, to be honest. Yeah, it's just not happening. Sorry.
Same. I can barely leave the house these days, so... All right, you want to move into Listen, Bitch?
Yeah.
Wait, we got your happy.
Yeah.
We got your crappy?
Crappy was a neighbor.
Yeah.
I guess just the dates this week. Nothing really.
Nothing really? You don't want to
No, they were nice. I'm trying to think what the last thing...
How many dates did you go on this week?
I'm sorry. I do have to talk about one of my dates. Yes. I actually went on 3 dates. Well, so...
One was a repeat, though.
Yes.
Like, same person.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And that was Darren.
Yep.
Right?
Darren.
Whatever.
Daron.
Dayron. And we went to trivia on Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys did a Tuesday date last week, too.
Yeah.
He likes Tuesdays?
I picked it.
Oh. You like Tuesdays?
I just like to... Because I have another date this coming Monday.
Yeah.
With Ben. And so I'm just like planning my week out, and I planned with Steve number 2 on Wednesday, so I'm like...
You're planning your week.
Yeah.
I fucking love you.
Which...
This is so great.
Yeah.
Also... Yes.
No, go.
Was Darren... Muscular Darren?
Yeah, soccer player Darren.
Soccer player Darren.
Who is super different and unique.
Did he talk about how unique he was again?
Left-handed. He also he's unique in that he couldn't figure out if he is left-footed or right-footed as well. I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
I tend to use both my feet when I walk or do anything.
I don't know what that means, sir. Okay,
it only matters if you're like snowboarding and things like that, right? Like, do you ride goofy or do you ride normal? Like,
okay, I don't know.
There are certain things in the world that are meant for people like to be right-footed. Snowboards are one of them. If you ride with your left foot forward, you're goofy. Am I saying that right?
That's skateboarding as well.
Opposite, yeah.
Skateboarding, same.
But like other than that, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Because he
kicking a soccer ball.
Literally because he's learning to play soccer. He doesn't play soccer, but
he's learning.
Yeah, he like goes in the backyard and has like a rebounder. He like kicks into himself. I don't know. He
was our second date better than our first?
It was about the same. It was fine.
Wait, is that when you went? Where'd you go that date?
We went to Greenwell the first date.
Okay.
Greenwell.
This
right?
this past
No,
time?
this past one we went to Fulton Street Pub.
Okay.
Yeah, which
cool.
I will also be going tomorrow for my date with Ben.
I haven't been to Fulton Street Pub in so long.
It's about the same.
The last time I went there, nope. We're not going to go down that road.
Yeah, that's
no.
That's fair.
Let's not. I made a lot of bad decisions when I was dating.
No.
Not bad.
Nope. Yep.
I made a lot of decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, those aren't decisions I would do again.
Sure. Sorry, I did make a note about.
Okay. I was going to say, if you're looking at a text, you got to read it.
I just wanted to make sure.
It's our agreement. Because are you getting your dates crossed now when you're thinking about...
I just wanted... There was something I wanted to talk about.
With Darren in particular?
Darren, yeah.
And soccer Darren.
Soccer Darren. Oh, that was what it was. Hey, another thing he said that makes him so different. He said he's never seen The Office.
Did you say my best friend hadn't either
when
we met?
So many people haven't seen The Office. Mm-hmm. That's not a crazy thing, honestly.
That's not crazy at all.
Like, I've never seen Breaking Bad. There's so many shows I haven't seen. It doesn't make you unique.
So many people haven't seen Walking Dead, and I would still recommend it to them, but I'm not going to go, you're unique because you haven't seen it.
And that's Carly's comfort show, by the way.
It is.
It's so crazy. Literally.
I was just watching it again on, I don't know, the day I wasn't feeling good. Thursday night, I think. When I canceled with you, I watched Walking Dead and fell asleep on the couch.
Actually, when you canceled, I was sad because obviously I wanted to see you and wanted to get the podcast stuff done. But I was like, thank goodness, I kind of needed a break. I was so tired. It was back to back days where I was like, and I had just because I did Steve Number Two's house Sunday night into Monday. Carly,
you had a sleepover.
I did have a sleepover. We had a sleepover.
Anything you want to say about it or about his place? Or...
He's a cat.
Yeah. It's a beautiful cat, by the way. I know you wouldn't say that, but...
No, it's fine.
That pussy on fire.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The cat loved me on Sunday.
Yeah.
/ Monday.
Was that the video of you cuddling the cat on Monday morning?
I had to cut that out. He doesn't know I took that video, so...
I mean, he doesn't have to know.
No, because if he has to see it, it's gonna
get weird because you made a face and just crop it. Crop it to be just the cat.
I'm just kidding. Oh. But that was fun at Steve Number Two's house. He took me around Lansing and showed me all of the fun sites and all of those things. I know you hate that. Mm-hmm. But it was fun. It was good to see Michigan State's campus and all of those things, and it was pretty busy. So
I'm sorry, when I was dating and staying the night at a guy's house, if he wanted to take me hey, get in my truck and let's go see my local stomping ground, I'd be like, no, let's see your bedroom.
Really?
I drove all the way over there. I put in work.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's just nice to see a part of his life. I don't know, I can see why for you, that's fair. But, and also, I was staying the night, so it's not like we didn't have time to, cuddle.
Because that's what we're doing. And then we go to our separate beds.
Yeah. I slept on the couch.
So you enjoyed that? Okay.
Yeah, and then the next day, he almost killed me.
He almost killed you?
He almost put me in a situation where I almost died.
Tell me more.
We were driving to go get burgers. Cause I've been in.
When you say we were driving, he was driving
you,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously.
If I don't have to drive, I'm not driving. Never. Yeah. We were going to go get burgers. I've been on a burger kick lately. I've been great. I love burgers. Mm-hmm. And he was showing me the best burgers in Lansing. So we had gotten burgers Sunday night.
Okay.
Carly, it was the best burger I've ever had.
Seriously?
It was so good.
Do you remember the name of it?
It's from Dagwood's.
Okay. In Lansing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so good. Literally, I
want a burger so bad right now.
Go to Dagwood's. Drive an hour and a half to get to Lansing.
Someday. Well, someday. When
if you happen to be in the Lansing area and you like a burger, go to Dagwood's. Okay. So good. Mm-hmm. And then the next day we went to this place called Olympic Broil we went to go pick up food and then go sit in a park or something to eat. And there was what seemed to be a police shootout.
Okay.
That happened while we were driving. So we had stopped at a stoplight.
Yep.
There were cops that just came rushing through. So we're here.
Stop.
They stopped here, and they said, "I was panicking, but he was pretty calm about it." Then he was like, "Oh shit, the guns are out."
Yeah.
And they were screaming "Put the gun down! Put the gun down!" So he whipped the fuck out of there.
Yeah, of course.
Because he tried to fine.
It's fine. He didn't put you in that situation,
Okay,
though.
that's not how I felt
That
about it.
situation happened
Okay,
to both of you.
that's absolutely not how I felt about it. That's not how I felt about it. Also, and then I was at his house on my way home from a bridal shower. I stopped at his house because it was.
Was that this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm jumping around schedules.
No, that's fine.
And this man had guns all over his house.
Did he not have them on Sunday, and then suddenly he did have them on?
No, like they were in a safe. Like I knew that he had guns.
Oh, okay. But
like
he had them out when you went the second time?
There was a little shotgun in the corner.
Steve number 2.
And I literally, and he normally he does, but
Okay.
he had like a situation where he needed to be ready at the go.
Okay.
This past week.
He doesn't have kids. I'm not judging.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Like, and Carly was a shotgun in the corner on his nightstand over like.
I bet you were
his bed.
so uncomfortable.
I was so scared.
I bet you were.
So scared.
Yep.
And there's like a pistol. He's like, there's 2 guns over here. I was like,
We only need one.
we only need one. Get me out of here. Oh my God.
Did he ask to take you shooting sometime?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Did you answer for real?
I'm trying to think of what I said. I
Made
said
up
maybe.
an excuse.
No, I will. I'm just so scared of the whole idea of a gun is so scary to me.
Yeah.
Because it only has one purpose.
To kill something?
Right.
Yeah.
So like, and it's, yeah. I don't know. I'm so scared.
I get that. I 100% even though I grew up around guns in a house that guns were often out and I knew gun safety and took, all the classes, it's still, you should be afraid of guns, right?
Yeah.
Everybody should be afraid of guns. If you're not, then you're not using them right.
Yeah.
Like, you should know and understand the weight of what happens when you shoot a gun.
Yep.
But for somebody that hasn't shot it, because you've never shot a gun, right?
No, I've never touched a gun.
Yeah.
I can
so
never.
it's definitely like, especially as you get older and further away from like being a kid, you can kind of, you get desensitized to it if you grow up in a hunting family.
Sure. Of course. That's, So for me, like, my family.
No, that wasn't your
wholesome
experience.
Christian family.
Wholesome.
Suburban, you know what I mean? Like, that's just like was not that wasn't my experience at all.
Wasn't. No.
So like the whole hunting and
It's
and
just
he doesn't
out of
even
your
hunt, so he
element.
just like I don't know, whatever.
He doesn't hunt and he has that many guns.
He's a collector.
Steve number 2.
Listen, I didn't say anything bad about it. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying, go hunting. If you have that many guns, if the shoe fits.
The shoe fits. Sure.
Sure. So he had guns around. Okay.
But it was fine. Like,
Yeah. Did he put them away? Like once
No.
he knew you were uncomfortable?
No, I was leaving, so it
Oh,
didn't really
okay.
matter. I didn't notice it until he actually pointed out. He said, "Did you see the guns that I have laying around?" And I was like,
I came here for one purpose.
Whoa, that's not.
To give you a hug.
Yes.
Now I'm leaving.
I was in town for a bridal shower. That's important to know. And he happens to live there.
He
so.
just happens to live in the same town you were in, so it made sense.
And I was going to get a burger from Dagwood's. Carly, I called on my way home.
Yeah.
45-minute wait. Fuck.
I hate that when you're somewhere and you can finally have that thing.
I was so looking forward to it.
Oh.
But it was MSU graduation weekend, so like.
Yep. It's just going to be
It was
like
so
that.
busy, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my Steve number 2 update.
Yep. So
Nothing else.
you went out with Darren.
Yep. So Steve number 2
Steve number 2 was
Sunday/Monday.
Sunday to Monday because I watched Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Tuesday was Darren.
Yep.
Wednesday was the Rise volleyball game.
Yep.
Friday.
Okay.
Sorry, Thursday we were going to podcast. It didn't end up happening.
You
I
got
did
a whole
laundry.
night.
Yeah, I did my own
You
thing.
needed it.
I
Good.
did.
I feel less bad.
Friday, Carly.
Yeah, what happened? Let's talk.
I went on a
Friday.
date. Carly, I love him. I'm in love with this man.
Wait, the man that took you to the shitty place?
Yeah.
To be fair, he didn't take her to a shitty place.
No, yeah.
They were going to go to a good place.
Allegedly. I've never been there. Yeah.
And good place said, hey,
There's a wait.
a long
There's
wait.
no seating. So he went to the place across the street. Which,
That's across the street?
yeah, well, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still stand by you should have went to Beer Distillery.
Sure.
They have the best. They have a really good burger.
Okay.
I think it's like the cheesehead burger.
Yum.
That has the like cheese. Oh my God.
That sounds so good. I might
I
stop
think
on
I'm
my
going to
way
go
home.
this week. Yeah.
Stop on my way home.
Yeah. Whatever night burger night is.
Literally. Good point.
So you guys went. And
We
even
went to-
though
Yeah.
you went to.
What is it called?
What the fuck is it called?
Archival Brewing?
Yep.
In
Belmont.
Belmont. Okay. Because he lives in Cedar Springs. Yeah. He grew up in Sparta.
Wow.
Sparta High School.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about that. Okay. So you had a nice date with the man who took you to the spot that we don't love.
Yeah.
And
we
I
didn't,
say
to
we
be fair,
don't
we
love
didn't get
because
food. I was like, I
literally-
didn't like the food here. Like,
Oh, you did tell
we
him.
just, yeah.
Okay.
We just drank.
Do they have
So
better
fun.
drinks now?
They had a delicious lavender lemonade, which I love. I love a lavender
Yes.
lemonade.
Yes.
It was so good. I had like 4. Yikes.
Wait, what kind of booze is in that?
Vodka.
Okay.
Tito's specifically. Which
Okay.
we prefer.
We prefer.
Yeah. It was so good.
So you had drinks and just like had a great time?
Yeah. Carly had me laughing. He's so fun.
I love that.
Like, yeah.
Where'd you meet him?
Obsessed. The apps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys will go out again?
You
You
I
plan
think so.
on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't like set a date yet. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to figure out the schedule. But
Busy. You need a planner.
yeah, I need a planner. I do. I mean, I have a calendar and that's what I use now, but
It's like not big enough.
I'm not usually this busy. But yeah, it was
She keeps
Carly. It was
saying
so
that,
good.
but since like January 1.
I'm just trying to be out here. I'm just trying to meet the love of my life, you know.
I love
And I did. If he listens to this, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
We joke so fucking much
Yeah,
about stuff
I'm not
like
being
this.
serious.
Like
just
no
to be
one's
clear.
taking anything
Yeah,
serious.
That would be insane.
If you are taking this podcast serious, you probably shouldn't.
yeah. I promise. If you happen to listen to this, we'll call him Greg.
Greg.
That's not his real name.
That's so awful.
Oh, okay.
Greg sounds like a 50-year-old man.
Okay, let's do George. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Like
They're getting worse.
I'm
gonna call him Gregory. Straight up.
Okay, you're right. That is bad.
Gregory.
I was trying to think of like a name that like it starts with the same letter.
I don't even know what his name is. Hold on.
Starts with a G.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, and like the only
George,
cute name,
George
right?
Gregory. Okay.
The only cute.
Gerald.
That's the worst one so far. That's Kelsey's grandpa's name.
Is it really?
I think.
That's
so.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Gregory.
Greg. Just give it Greg.
Greg is the love of her life.
The love of my life. I love him so much.
I love this.
It was just like a good time. He's a builder.
Okay.
And also he like knows someone I went to college with, and obviously he's like from around here, so like that's not so crazy. But
And if you guys know someone who you both enjoy, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay.
haven't seen her since literally college, but
I think it's an indicator of like when you know someone or are getting to know somebody and
Yeah.
they know someone you know that you enjoy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's nice. I think
yeah.
I could enjoy you then.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's a builder, so he's working. He like remodels houses.
Cool.
Yeah, so I got you for your deck.
I was gonna say. I mean, I can hire my brother-in-law. He's just
Oh, you're so
he's
right.
busy as hell.
Yeah.
He just is.
I actually think this guy is too.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I
know.
mean, most are right now.
Yeah, and he lives on a swamp, so I call him. Let's just call him Shrek. Because he does. I mean, he doesn't look like Shrek, but he's just like a big,
Yeah.
burly guy.
Yeah.
Nice beard.
Oh, he has a
Athletic.
beard.
He was hit by a truck at one point when he was 20 years old.
I'm sorry, what? You can't just like slide
He
that
did.
in.
He did.
He was hit by a truck.
He was
when
hit by a truck.
20.
He had at a party. He like went to go to his car and he got hit by a truck. Broke his leg.
Stop,
Literally.
dude. I'm so glad you're
Isn't that
okay.
crazy?
I
No,
don't
that's
think
exactly what I
he's listening,
said.
but, like,
He's definitely not listening. I would not tell him.
I had a friend a while ago who, I mean, when she was a kid, her sister ran her over, like dropped her off at school or something. I can't remember
then
the
hit her?
logistics. Like ran over her foot, and then I think she fell or something and knocked out her teeth.
Fuck. Fake
Yeah,
teeth.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. She was
Scary,
really
scary,
little when it
scary.
happened, but yeah,
Crazy.
holy shit.
Hit by a truck 20
he's
years
okay.
ago. 13 years ago, technically. He's okay.
Okay.
Totally fine. Well, he's got like leg damage, so he like can't be as athletic as he would like to be.
Of
but
course. I mean,
whatever.
Yeah, but he's still like able to walk and all of that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He does manual labor for work. Like,
yeah.
very interesting.
Phenomenal.
His
Oh gosh.
his grandpa invented the pickle harvester.
I'm going to look that up later.
Yeah, because what the fuck is that?
Something to pick pickles.
Who needs that? What do you
Pickle
mean?
farmers.
And he did the way he described it. He's like, it looks like a you know how when people used to wash their clothes in the olden days?
Yeah,
Like
on a washing board.
Yeah, it looks like that. I don't understand what you mean when you say that.
You know, I don't.
Because what?
But you
pickle
don't harvest
harvester.
pickles because aren't pickles just cucumbers?
There's a question.
So it's a cucumber harvester.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a
That's a really
kind
good
of
question.
cucumber that you actually turn into pickles, right? Like
I have no idea.
I will say I'm going to go on a deep dive later, but let's be honest, I don't give a fuck because I don't eat
course.
pickles.
I don't give a fuck, and I do eat pickles. I don't care. I just thought it was like such a random thing to tell me.
I can't.
But he was spilling his life story, Carly. It was some success. Okay, there's one more thing.
Yeah. I want to hear.
He, April 10th,
Yeah.
got Wi-Fi.
Say more.
For the first time in his adult life.
For the first time. Does he own a house?
Yes.
And he had what before?
Nothing.
Cellular data?
Yeah, he would use his hotspot.
Yeah. And he's
34. His adult life. And he bought a house when he was 18.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm always really impressed by people.
No, that's
who, like,
really cool.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. It also makes me sad because in some way, like, hopefully you got to be a kid. I just think about people who like adult really quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of them, and that's great. And also, like, I hope they had a great childhood.
Yeah, it sounded like I mean, like, his house was the party house. It just was like,
oh yeah, of course.
Like he still like lived young adult life and stuff.
Good for him.
Yeah, he just got Wi-Fi April 10th.
Wow.
I said, now if we had met like a month ago,
well, you couldn't have met.
How did you? You know what? Yeah, he just started. Well, he said he's been on the app. I guess he's got cell phone data, cellular data.
Yeah,
crazy.
Did he just get on the apps?
He got on the apps. I think it's like 3 months ago.
Okay.
Back in March.
Previous marriage or anything?
No.
Or okay.
No, single.
Wow.
Never married. No kids.
Detached. No kids. Love that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Big family.
I love that.
So we're
I love
gonna
big
get married.
families. So we're gonna get married.
So we'll be neighbors, kind of.
Oh my gosh, kind of. I love this. Gregory.
Greg.
The
love of my life. Can't
That's
wait.
a good name to, like, if you were like, Greg, dinner's ready. You know?
Yeah, I won't be saying that. What do you mean? He cooks. I'm not gonna cook. He said he loves to cook, so.
Well, if you come live this way, you're basically going to be a farmer, so you can get one of those little, like, bells that you ring, triangles.
Do you have one of those?
No.
So then why would I get one?
Because I'm going to buy you one. It'll be a housewarming present.
I mean, again, for me, I'm not.
So you've been on hella dates. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted listening to it. Like,
It's been a lot.
But there was a time that I was like, is there a floaty?
Do you see it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fine.
I didn't see it, but maybe. Let me look.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'm tired listening to it, but I'm also like envious because like going out and trying new places sounds fun.
Yeah, that's like a fun part about it. Like
Yeah.
getting to try new. I mean, like every
With
place we've
someone
gone
new,
so far.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to meet new people regardless of what we do.
Yes, at a new place. It's fun.
These places haven't been new, but
Yeah. But they're like, some of them you just, when you haven't been somewhere with somebody.
Yeah.
It's like when Jason and I finally go on a date somewhere that we've never been before. And we're like, oh, this is
oh,
nice.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just that excitement around
A new experience with
Yeah.
a new person.
All right.
Yeah, let's move into Listen
Let's
Bitch.
move into
I feel like we've been
Listen
talking
Bitch.
for.
This is the most important part. Our happy, crappy recap. Our happy
Is it?
crap cap. To me. Oh, is it my turn? We're going to say it is
okay.
because. They're all facing up. Sorry.
There's no way you're wanting me to read the one that you just put in my face.
Yeah, there is. That's the one. There
Why
you go.
that one?
Because.
I could read it already now. Like,
Sorry,
Fine.
you're going to have to read it again.
okay. Listen, bitch. Don't forget to celebrate the silent battles that you fought and won. Cute.
The silent battles that you fought and won.
Every day I fight a silent battle to get my ass to work on time. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean,
do you feel like you fight a lot of silent battles?
I think the biggest silent battle I fight is depression.
Totally.
Yeah. I actually was talking to Jason about like trying to get off my meds at some point, or like not completely off,
Oh, yeah.
but to go from my high dose to like the mid dose.
Okay.
Which I used to be on that mid dose, and then I just started like double dosing because I couldn't handle life, and then I told my doctor, and then they just started prescribing me the higher med. Yeah, I saw it was circulating, and I know it circulates. I've never seen it, but people were commenting saying that they've seen it before. And of course, I see this when I'm talking about my depression because my phone picks up everything.
Yeah.
It was a thing about silent battles, and it's two guys that kept meeting up at like a stadium for a game. And the one sits down, he's super chatty, and he's checking in with the other. And how was your week? Oh, I'm sorry, your week wasn't good. And every time it shows them through all the seasons and the different games. And like the one always sits down, he's super chatty, and the other guy is just very like, yeah, I'm here, you know, and he's always checking in with them. And then it shows the not chatty guy sit down, and the other guy never comes. And he lays a scarf down that the guy had given him. Like the game prior, he gave him a scarf, and he's like, no, just keep it, man. It's great for you. And the guy sets the scarf down on the chair, and they talk about silent battles and like check in on your friends. Because anybody watching that would have thought the friend who was super chatty and like great would not have been struggling or battling anything. And, you know, obviously it indicates that he was no longer there.
Yeah.
Just really sad.
Yeah, that is really sad.
Isn't it? But it just reminds me, like, we got to check in on each other all the time. And I feel like I'm really forward about, I'm just depressed right now. I'm just like, I'm in a slump.
Yeah,
I can't get out of it.
that way. Yeah.
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 Because I don't ever want someone worrying about me. Like, I'm fine. I'm here. Even if I'm super depressed, I'll tell Jason, like, just let me cry. But that's not other people.
Yeah.
Other people might be quiet about it. They might appear happy. They might whatever. And I still want to show up for them.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of silent battles that people are fighting and that people are winning. There's a lot of people that are losing their silent battles too. So
that's really sad.
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, that is that not what the card
It
was
is
about?
what the card brought it up. Not me.
Don't forget to celebrate the silent battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you fought and won. And if you're here, it means you're still winning them.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
stay here. Keep
stay
fighting
winning.
them. Stay winning. If you don't feel like you're winning, but you're still here and you're breathing and you're listening to this, you are winning.
You are winning. Reach out.
Reach out.
We're happy to talk you through it.
We'll chit
as
chat
much
with
as we
you.
can.
As much as we can.
We'll distract you. I can definitely distract you.
I can distract. Yeah.
I can do nothing if not distract.
Yes. Oh, that's a really good card today, though.
You needed to hear it?
I need to hear it. Yeah.
I love that.
Me too. All right. That was Listen Bitch. I'm going to put that card right here.
Yeah.
Give it a nice little spot. I haven't been drinking enough water, so I'm trying really hard to finish this Nalgene.
Oh.
Ideally, while we're like sitting here because I feel dehydrated. And apparently, with kidney stones, you're supposed to drink a lot of water.
That's why I never have them, because I drink a lot of water.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you do?
Oh my God. I drink at least 4 Stanleys a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think the straw helps?
I think the flavored water that I'm drinking helps.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I should honestly just start flavoring my water.
Do you want some? I have in my bag.
Not
it's
right
too
now.
late now, yeah.
Yeah, it's not enough here. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right. We should move into our next segment.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
What is it? Hot takes?
Yeah, because we're going to skip that like mid-ground because we like covered that.
Yeah,
Happy, crappy, and what's up.
Yeah, we're also like at an hour.
We're at an hour. We still owe people a lot of things. We have not forgotten, and we'll keep saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We'll keep
You'll
saying
get
that.
the stuff.
You'll get the stuff on our timeline.
Yeah, maybe next week. Maybe not.
Maybe
We'll
not.
see. When are we recording, by the way?
I don't know.
We'll discuss.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Carla's week is so busy with all of her dates.
Well, I don't plan things for the weekends that you don't have children, just in case.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing like that type
I
of
actually need to look at, what this weekend is. What is this weekend?
thing. I think it's podcast weekend.
Yeah.
Not like retreat, but
Not like retreat, but weekend.
we've got a soccer game.
Tequila? Soccer. Of course, soccer.
Should we?
What about
shots?
vodka?
Yeah, if you remind
don't have
me,
a
I'll
migraine.
grab it. You won't have a migraine because you have the migraine hat, so.
I have the migraine hat now. What about everybody else? Are you guys busy? Like, May is here.
Yeah.
It's warm weather in Michigan, at least. What's everybody doing? What are the trips you've got going on?
What
are
are your
the
plans?
things?
I'm like trying to plan out my summer. There's so many things I want to do, and like, man, I just feel overwhelmed with everything. Like, I want to try. I want to go see Kelsey. Like,
did I tell you I have my summer booked? Like, every weekend I wrote what we're doing.
like through when? Labor Day?
Through July.
Okay, what about August? There's like a whole month after that.
I stopped. Well, because I didn't want to get too far, because I figured you and I will want to do some stuff in like August, September, October. You know.
Yeah, we're doing Nashville in October.
Sure.
Sure.
We'll go everywhere. Let's do a tour of the South.
Oh,
North Carolina, South Carolina, Nashville, and Savannah.
We can drive.
Yeah, we can do it unlimited time.
Not unlimited PTO, so
Nope.
just keep that in mind.
All right, you said you had a hot take
I do.
for me.
And I want like
Oh gosh.
this discussion came about when I was at work on Tuesday. I was having a conversation with my coworker
Okay.
about her marriage.
Okay.
And she asked me a question about like what I'm looking for, because I just talk about my dating life.
Yeah, of course. Everybody's invested.
And like, yeah.
If you know Carla, to know Carla is to be invested.
Oh,
Yes.
what? Okay.
I love everything about you.
Wait. Don't make me cry.
What'd she ask?
She just asked like how like what dating is like, and like are there things that I look for and like that I'm like are deal breakers for me. And I realized the one this past week that might offend someone who's listening. I don't have any people in my life that are like this.
Yeah.
I will never, ever, ever. You're gonna be like,
I can't wait.
You're gonna try and you're gonna try and defend it.
Okay. I can't wait.
I will never, ever, ever date an only child.
Oh, okay.
Like, I just the selfishness that comes along, what I feel comes along with that, that comes along with it. I just can't handle.
I'm married to an only child. Jason is an only child.
Yeah, but like, I would never date Jason anyway. Obviously, because you're married to him.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason.
You know, what's funny is I have a friend. Right before we started recording today, I said she's not an only child.
Yeah.
And you were surprised.
Yeah.
Because she was giving only child energy.
She was either giving only child or oldest.
Or oldest child.
Yeah.
And she's neither.
She's neither.
Yeah.
Which is
Isn't
surprising.
That funny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to defend it.
Because you agree? You can see why someone would say that?
I can see why someone would say that in the same way I could see why someone wouldn't date someone from a big family if they get overwhelmed in crowds.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because, like, those holidays be hella packed.
You think?
Yeah. If you have a big family.
What's big? Like, do you feel like my family's big?
Yeah.
Really?
But you guys don't.
Yeah, we don't do shit.
You don't holiday the way that my family holiday.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I just had my sister, and yet we always had big
Hella
things going
people.
on with grandparents and whoever. My dad would cook and invite everybody over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to do that.
Yeah.
We used to. Not
and that's
anymore.
overwhelming for some people.
That's
right?
valid.
Yeah.
That's valid. Yeah, that's fair. So my hot take is I will not ever date an only child. I say that, but like
she probably would.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, she probably would.
I'm trying to think. No.
Is the love of your life?
I was thinking
child?
the same thing. No, because his sister lives down the
Obviously.
street. Yeah, we're good. I think there's 5 total. He's a middle child, just like I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
5.
I'm telling you, it's like meant to be.
It's meant to be. It's kind of like my mom and Jeff. Like.
Yeah.
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 Same, like very similar life circumstances. It just makes sense. That's so funny.
If this man ever finds his podcast, he's gonna really be like,
what?
He's gonna ghost me. He's gonna be like, she's insane.
We are insane.
We are.
First
Trust.
of all,
and I did tell you, to be fair, I did mention that to him.
Yeah.
I told him like, I'm a crazy person,
and I'm gonna talk about you.
And he kept texting me, so we're still in contact.
You're learning, Gregory. You're gonna learn today. Okay, that's honestly that's a fair hot take.
Yeah.
And you two talked about this.
No, well, Susan, my coworker, and I did.
Yeah.
Her husband is an only child.
Okay,
and she was saying that like he doesn't do anything without asking his mom's opinion.
Is she older than us?
Suze?
Yeah,
her name is Suze. Suzanne.
So I assume, but I want to check.
Yeah, she's 60.
I'm sorry. What?
Yep. Carly, and I said, Suze, how do you do that? How do you put up with it? Her entire, like, she said that her husband's mom came on their honeymoon. Like, they went to up north to the UP for their honeymoon. She got a hotel room in the same hotel. I said, now, Suze.
I can't.
That what to me.
Holy fuck. I truly am appalled at this.
Yeah.
I truly.
And to this day, like, his mom is still alive. She's moving into her house, like, on their property. I know.
What?
So you shouldn't do that. That's a bad idea.
Did they get married as older adults, or have they been married a while?
She was 30 when she got married. He was 25.
This has been like 30 years of
30 years.
He was 25.
20, yeah.
So he was a mama's boy when he got married, and he stayed a mama's boy.
Yeah.
No.
And he like gets so mad when so you have 2 sons, Susan. I actually don't know his name.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
I actually feel like it's Jerry, which is kind of funny.
Jerry.
They have 2 boys.
Yeah.
And he cannot stand that her sons love her so much. Wait.
Look in the fucking mirror, sir.
Where do you think they got that from? What are you talking about?
Oh my God. They see it modeled every day.
Literally. Like she said that there are situations that his mom will talk about that she has no idea, because he tells his mom things before he tells her, and like some things she just like doesn't find out about ever. What?
I'm not. I want to make this clear. I have an opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that having a tight relationship, like, I hope my boys want to bring things to me someday.
Yes.
But I also hope that I can equip them with decision-making skills and their own life, so that someday, if and when they choose to get married, that they don't have to bring everything to me.
Yeah.
Granted, if they want to, I want it to be meaningful. I want to be there for them.
Of course.
But also, like, you have a spouse. Like,
you married somebody.
Yeah, you chose forever and always.
Literally so crazy to me.
She went on their fucking honeymoon.
Yes. And her husband went on their, like.
What was the reason?
When they were planning it, the mom was like, "Oh, that sounds so fun! I can't wait to go." And she just booked a stay.
No,
literally.
That's when you say mother-in-law.
If I'm Suze, I'm not saying no. No, I'm not saying no.
I see with my ex-husband
Mm-hmm.
and my former mother and father-in-law, I was so, I guess, is meek the word? Like, very like
you know,
just sit back,
yeah.
stand back, let shit happen. I was a younger version of myself. I
Yeah.
was still opinionated, but I lost myself a lot when I was a young mother.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit back and you let shit happen to you.
Yeah.
I won't say I was lucky enough to get divorced, but through my divorce, I became an independent person who could say yes or no to things later.
Yeah.
Suze married him, stayed with him, and therefore she probably felt similar like a lot of people do when you get married and you can't say no. And now it's been a cycle for 30 fucking years.
I know she's like waiting on that lady to die.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. That's
course.
crazy to say, but
Of course.
But like,
It's going to change
alright.
their whole relationship dynamic.
You think it'll make them get divorced? What if she like doesn't like him once the mom dies?
Oh my God.
That
What
would
if
be
he
crazy.
drives her nuts?
I'm sure he will. He's a man, not the man, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that. That's fair.
I mean, in a way, it's a blessing and a curse, right? Like, take that shit to mom. But, like, also tell me about your day.
Tell me.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Holy fucking
So
shit.
crazy. And
Are
it's
you a
all
mama's
because-
boy? Are you listening in a mama's boy? It's all because
Literally.
what?
You know what? Someone, I don't feel like he's a mama's boy, but
Yeah.
Steve number 2 spends a lot of time with his mom as well.
Yeah.
But like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. She's widowed. Like it's,
Yeah, of course.
and he's also not an only child, so that definitely helps.
That does help.
I do want
a
to issue an
lot.
apology, actually.
Yeah.
Last week I mentioned a few things about people, not about Steve number 2, but just in general. I talked about how transition shades
Are crazy.
are insane.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
Yeah, that's fine. I
I
love
just
you
want
for
to make
your
it
opinion.
very clear. I did not know Steve number 2 that you wore transition shades. Like, I genuinely
You did not tell me this.
No, I found it. I've totally.
He
I
does
found it yesterday.
not.
I literally Carly, and I was like, I don't think yours is transition. And he like took his glasses off, put him in the sun, and they changed. I said, ew,
Steve number 2. I like your style.
ew. Now his glasses are cute, so like that definitely helps. But
Yeah.
like. He also, like, I walked in his house yesterday. He's wearing his transition shades. He had his flip-flops on, his
Yes.
thong sandals.
Fuck yes, Steve number 2. Fuck yes. Drive her fucking crazy. She deserves it. Oh my God.
So I do want to, like, apologize. That was
You
not a
don't need
targeted
to.
thing towards you.
It feels, I can see how it feels
Of
like it now.
course. I also mentioned Richard wore, like, a polo shirt.
Yeah.
Steve number 2 also wears polo shirts all the time. But,
my
like, it's
God.
just different. I don't know how to
It's
explain it.
different.
Like, his style is way different than Richard's is. So, like...
Yeah.
So Steve number 2, I realized that, like... And this wouldn't be a big deal if he didn't listen to this episode, like, every
Yeah.
episode.
But he
Sorry.
does because he's a supporter.
He's a
And I
supporter.
appreciate that.
He's
Steve
sweet.
number 2, I'm here for you. If you need to go through the steps of therapy with somebody without the price tag, you just let me
Oh
know.
my gosh.
We can debrief because two Geminis, two very different takes on everything.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Sorry. Anyways,
I
so my
love
hot take
that.
is that I will not be dating the only child ever
Yeah.
because I can't deal with the selfishness that comes along with it. I
Yep.
feel.
Wow.
And I don't have many people in my... Jason might be the only person in my life that is an only child.
I know a couple only children.
Yeah?
Only children? Only childs?
Only
Only
what is it?
children.
Single children. No,
Wait,
that's
saying
not it.
only children feels like you're
Yeah.
talking about...
Yeah, that's not it.
I have
know.
a couple friends who are
Only children. Yeah, I guess it's only child.
only childs.
No, that's not it.
The fuck? All right.
Who don't have siblings.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't...
Actually, one of my friends from college, she's just brilliant, independent, like flourishing in like groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know for the longest time she was an only child.
Interesting.
Her parents came to something, and I remember saying something about, "Oh, your parents came. That's so nice. Do you have any siblings?" And she's like, "No, I'm an only child." I was like, "Girl, I didn't fucking know that."
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like you can usually tell. Do you know what I mean?
Couldn't
Like,
with her at all. At all.
There are exceptions to every rule, and so Jason, you might be the exception.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of men that are only children.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Jason really is the only. I do
Yeah.
know some girls that are only child,
Right? It
Who don't have-
doesn't
who don't
feel
have
right.
siblings.
Who don't have siblings.
but I didn't grow up with any. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
everybody that I would consider a close. I'm sorry, that's not true.
That's
One of
not
my high
true.
school best friends was an only child.
Boy?
Girl.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally forgot about that, but I don't. We don't
Wow.
really talk anymore. So
Yeah, like she's not in your life anymore.
no, but everybody that is is not an only child, has had like multiple siblings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Thank you so much.
Well,
Do you have a hot take? Or are you?
Oh no, for today.
Yeah, that's fair.
My brain is fried.
Yeah.
I've got 1,000 hot take questions, I'm sure. But like for today, no.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay. Love. Thank you so much for tuning in to Make It to Wednesday, a Hump Day podcast. We are your hosts.
I'm Carly.
And I'm Karla. If you like what we're doing here, feel free to like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a rating, 5-star reviews. Then just fan mail. You know, we love that. That was Miguel.
We
thank you so
love
much.
that, Miguel. Thank you.
Follow us on all of our social media. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, we don't really... Whatever you see on Instagram will also be on Facebook.
Yeah,
so you can skip that one.
Just a repeat.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Tune in next week for another episode of Make It to Wednesday. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. And that's a wrap on this week's episode of Make It to Wednesday. We hope we've helped you laugh, think, and maybe even get through a tough moment in your week. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, and leave us a review if you loved hanging out with us. Your feedback keeps us going. Follow us on all of our social media for more behind-the-scenes fun and updates. Got a topic or question you want us to tackle? Slide into our DMs or send us an email at makeitowednesdaypod@gmail.com. Thanks for spending part of your week with us, and until next time, keep pushing through. You're doing great. We'll see you next Wednesday.